Hello, welcome to Ives channel. Today we will learn about the explosive confrontation brewing between Sarah Horton Kyriakis and E.J. DiMera that promises to shake Salem to its core on Monday, October 20th. The tension between Sarah and E.J. escalates. The upcoming episode reveals a significant clash between Sarah Horton Kyriakis and the formidable E.J. DiMera, and fans are buzzing with speculation about what could trigger such a heated exchange. Multiple possibilities exist for this dramatic confrontation, each one more intriguing than the last. Sarah, known for her strong moral compass and unwavering determination, isn't one to back down when she senses something suspicious happening in Salem. Her sharp instincts have served her well in the past, and it appears those same instincts are now leading her directly into conflict with one of Salem's most powerful and cunning residents. The timing of this confrontation couldn't be more significant, as tensions have been building throughout Salem for weeks. Sarah has been navigating her own complicated personal circumstances while maintaining her professional responsibilities at University Hospital, and any disruption to the delicate balance she's worked so hard to achieve could have devastating consequences. E.J., meanwhile, continues to operate in the shadows, pulling strings and making moves that often serve his own interests above all else. The secret laboratory mystery deepens. One of the most compelling theories surrounding Sarah's confrontation with E.J. involves the mysterious secret laboratory that's currently under construction at University Hospital. This clandestine facility has been the subject of much speculation, and for good reason. The DiMera family has a long and troubling history of conducting questionable medical experiments and pushing the boundaries of ethical scientific research. The laboratory, which is being built with the most advanced technology and strictest security measures the DiMera family has ever created, represents something far more sinister than a simple medical research facility. According to insider information, once the laboratory construction is complete, it will become virtually impenetrable, meaning no one will be able to break in or discover what's happening behind its sealed doors. This level of secrecy naturally raises red flags for anyone paying attention, and Sarah Horton Kyriakis is definitely paying attention. Her position at the hospital gives her unique access and insight into unusual activities taking place within its walls, and she may have stumbled upon information that even E.J. didn't expect anyone to discover. Could Sarah have caught wind of the laboratory's true purpose through her daily rounds or perhaps through overheard conversations in hospital corridors? The possibility that she's begun her own investigation into this mysterious facility would certainly explain why she would directly confront someone as intimidating as E.J. DiMera. Her courage in the face of potential danger has always been one of her defining characteristics, and she's never been afraid to stand up for what's right, regardless of the personal cost. Cat Green's dangerous discovery. The plot thickens considerably when we consider the involvement of Cat Green, the ISA analyst who has been conducting an extremely dangerous undercover mission by infiltrating the DiMera mansion. Cat's espionage activities have placed her in extraordinarily precarious situations, and she's been gathering intelligence about the DiMera family's darkest secrets. During her reconnaissance mission, Cat managed to sneak into the secret laboratory while it was still under construction and began photographing everything she could with her phone, documenting evidence of whatever nefarious plans the DiMeras have in store. This discovery by Cat Green could be the missing piece that connects Sarah's suspicions to concrete evidence. Perhaps Sarah overheard Cat mentioning something about the laboratory during a chance encounter at the hospital, or maybe Cat deliberately shared information with Sarah, recognizing that she needs allies within the medical community to fully understand what the DiMeras are planning. The collaboration between these two strong, intelligent women could prove to be E.J.'s undoing, as they work together to expose whatever sinister project is being developed in that secret facility. Cat's investigation, working in conjunction with Rafe Hernandez under ISA orders, has been focused on taking down E.J. DiMera and uncovering his illegal activities. The research conducted by ISA Director Shane Donovan revealed that E.J. is wealthy, but not wealthy enough to purchase the nearly bankrupt University Hospital through legitimate means alone. This financial discrepancy suggests that something illegal or unethical must be funding the hospital acquisition and the construction of the mysterious laboratory. If Sarah has connected these same dots, her confrontation with EJ takes on even greater significance, as she's not just questioning his motives but potentially accusing him of serious criminal activity. DiMera Enterprises and corporate warfare. Another equally plausible scenario for Sarah's confrontation with EJ revolves around the ongoing corporate warfare surrounding DiMera Enterprises. The company has been at the center of a brutal power struggle, with various factions fighting for control of the legendary business empire built by the late Stefano DiMera. Tony DiMera recently announced a major lawsuit to contest Titan's hostile takeover of DiMera Enterprises, creating shockwaves throughout Salem's business community and causing ripple effects that touch virtually everyone in town. While EJ DiMera currently isn't serving as the head of DiMera Enterprises, his influence within the family and his connection to the company's operations remain substantial. Sarah may believe that EJ holds significant sway over his brother Tony, who has taken the lead in fighting for the company's future. Perhaps Sarah expects EJ to use his considerable persuasive abilities to reason with Tony about decisions that could affect University Hospital, the Horton family legacy, or other community institutions that depend on DiMera Enterprises' stability. The DiMera family's business dealings have always been complicated, often involving questionable ethics and murky legal boundaries that blur the line between legitimate business and criminal enterprise. Sarah, coming from the respected and ethically grounded Horton family, would naturally be concerned about any DiMera business activities that could negatively impact the hospital that bears her great-grandfather Dr. Tom Horton's name. The Dr. Tom Horton Free Clinic Project, which has been a cornerstone of community healthcare in Salem for years, could be threatened by the ongoing corporate battles and financial instability surrounding DiMera Enterprises. The power outage and additional grievances. Beyond these major storylines, Sarah may also be confronting EJ about more immediate and tangible issues that have affected the hospital and the broader Salem community. Spoilers indicate that a significant power outage has occurred, and Sarah appears ready to hold EJ accountable for this disruption along with various other problems she believes he bears responsibility for. This suggests that Sarah has been compiling a list of grievances against EJ, and she's finally reached her breaking point where she can no longer stay silent about the chaos and danger his actions have brought to Salem. The power outage could be directly related to the secret laboratory construction, perhaps caused by the massive energy requirements needed to operate whatever equipment is being installed in that facility. Alternatively, it could be the result of sabotage by someone trying to prevent the laboratory from becoming operational, or even a deliberate action by EJ himself to create confusion while he advances some other scheme. Regardless of the cause, Sarah clearly believes EJ deserves to answer for the disruption and potential danger the power outage created for hospital patients who depend on life-saving medical equipment that requires constant electricity. Sarah's connection to Rachel Black. An intriguing additional layer to Sarah's confrontation with EJ involves her close relationship with Rachel Black, EJ's young niece who has been carrying a devastating secret. According to spoilers, Rachel was the one who actually shot EJ, but the trauma of that event caused her to repress the memory. However, Rachel is now beginning to recover those repressed memories, and when the full truth comes out, it will create an earthquake of consequences throughout the DiMera family. Sarah, being extremely close to Rachel, may have developed suspicions or even received hints from the young girl about what really happened that day. If Sarah suspects that Rachel was involved in EJ's shooting and believes that EJ or other family members are pressuring the child or manipulating the situation to serve their own purposes, her protective instincts would absolutely drive her to confront EJ directly. Sarah has always been fiercely protective of children, and if she believes Rachel is being used as a pawn in DiMera family politics or is being subjected to psychological pressure, nothing would stop her from stepping in to defend the innocent child. This scenario adds tremendous emotional weight to the confrontation, transforming it from a purely professional or community-oriented dispute into something deeply personal. Sarah wouldn't just be fighting for hospital integrity or corporate ethics, she would be fighting to protect a vulnerable child from the machinations of a family known for prioritizing power and self-interest above all else. What this confrontation means for Salem. The upcoming confrontation between Sarah Horton Kyriakis and E.J. DiMera represents more than just another dramatic scene in Salem. It symbolizes the ongoing battle between the town's established moral foundations and the corrupting influence of unchecked power and ambition. Sarah, as a member of the legendary Horton family, carries the weight of her family's legacy of compassion, integrity, and community service. Her great-grandfather Dr. Tom Horton and her grandmother Alice Horton built their reputations on helping others and maintaining the highest ethical standards, and Sarah has always strived to honor that legacy. E.J. DiMera, conversely, represents the darker side of Salem society, where power, manipulation, and self-interest often take precedence over community welfare and ethical behavior. While E.J. has occasionally shown glimpses of redemption and humanity, his default mode remains one of scheming and pursuing his own agenda regardless of who gets hurt in the process. This fundamental clash of values makes the confrontation between Sarah and E.J. particularly significant, as it represents the ongoing struggle between these competing philosophies that has defined Salem for decades. The tension between these two characters has been building for some time, and this Monday's episode promises to bring all that accumulated frustration and conflict to a dramatic head. Whatever specific issue triggers the confrontation. Whether it's the secret laboratory, DiMera Enterprises machinations, the power outage, concerns about Rachel Black, or some combination of all these factors, the underlying dynamic remains the same. Sarah refuses to stand by while E.J.'s actions potentially endanger the hospital, the community, or innocent people caught in the crossfire of DiMera schemes. The aftermath and future implications. Days of Our Lives spoilers confirm that E.J. and Sarah will have multiple tense scenes in the coming episodes, suggesting that Monday's confrontation is just the beginning of an extended conflict between these two formidable characters. The fallout from their initial clash will likely reverberate throughout Salem, affecting not just Sarah and E.J. but also the many other characters whose lives intersect with theirs. Xander Cook, Sarah's husband, will undoubtedly have strong opinions about his wife confronting one of Salem's most dangerous men, and his reaction could create additional complications for their already strained marriage. The broader DiMera family will also need to respond to Sarah's accusations and confrontation, potentially forcing them to close ranks and defend E.J. even if they have their own doubts about his activities. Tony DiMera, currently leading the fight to reclaim DiMera Enterprises from Titan's control, may find himself caught between his family loyalty to E.J. and his own recognition that some of E.J.'s actions have been indefensible. Chad DiMera, who has often served as the family's moral conscience, might find himself sympathizing with Sarah's position, especially if the secret laboratory and other schemes threaten to damage the DiMera reputation even further. The ISA investigation being conducted by Kat Green and Rafe Hernandez adds another layer of complexity to the situation. If Sarah's confrontation with E.J. inadvertently exposes or compromises their covert operation, it could jeopardize months of careful intelligence gathering and allow E.J. to cover his tracks before they can build a prosecutable case against him. On the other hand, Sarah's direct approach might force E.J. into making mistakes or revealing information that Kat and Rafe could never have accessed through their covert methods, potentially accelerating the investigation and bringing E.J. to justice more quickly. The hospital community will be watching this conflict closely, as the outcome could determine the future direction of University Hospital and the various programs that serve Salem's residents. If Sarah succeeds in exposing whatever illegal or unethical activities E.J. has been conducting, it could lead to a complete restructuring of the hospital's governance and funding sources. However, if E.J. manages to deflect or discredit Sarah's accusations, his power and influence over the medical facility could become even more entrenched, giving him dangerous control over an institution that should serve the public good rather than private interests. This Monday's episode promises to deliver the kind of explosive confrontation that Days of Our Lives fans have been eagerly anticipating. The collision between Sarah Horton Kiriakis's principled determination and E.J. DiMera's calculating ruthlessness will create fireworks that illuminate the ongoing battle for Salem's soul. Don't miss a single moment of this heated showdown and all the shocking revelations that are certain to emerge when these two powerful personalities go head-to-head.